Two of the museum's main attractions are the winged bulls, known as Lama Su. They are deities, architectural structures built at the front gates of cities and palaces. With a human face and body of an ox or lion, Lama Su appear to stand from the front and walk from the side. The Assyrian Hall features some of the few remaining pieces from the Assyrian Empire, which was long ago based outside what is today the city of Mosul. Two of the museum's main attractions are the winged bulls, known as Lama Su. They are deities. In this wall relief, installed in the Pak, the National Museum of Iraq is one of the Middle East's most venerable institutions and boasts a vast collection that includes rare Islamic texts and treasures from the Mesopotamian civilization. The museum was established in the wake of World War I. In 1922, a British writer and archaeologist named Gertrude Bell began collecting artifacts in Baghdad. Bell would prove instrumental in opening the museum and eventually became its director. The Assyrian Hall's prized artifacts. There are many standout artifacts in the National Museum of Iraq's Assyrian Hall, but two of them are a brick panel piece and a black obelisk. Both of these depict dramatic fighting scenes, or their aftermath, in elaborate detail. A black obelisk, or a tall four-sided monument that tapers to a pyramid, of Assyrian King Shalmaneser III. The brick panel was made from 300 glazed bricks and was found in the kingdom of Nimrud, dating back to the Neo-Assyrian period in the 9th century BC. Base Camp. There are two main climbing routes to Mount Everest. The most popular one from the southeast in Nepal and another from Tibet in the north. Most climbers fly into Lukla from Kathmandu and then hike to base camp. If you're like most hikers, you'll spend a couple weeks in base camp, gazing up at your goal.
Welcome to Bear Island off the west coast of Canada. This place is part of what's called the Great Bear Rainforest, a rich and vibrant home to some beautiful creatures. To meet the bears that live here, you gotta head upriver. But if you want, you can hang tight on the coastline and try a little whale watching first. This young girl is known as Swift, and like all black bears at this time of year, she's got one thing on her mind: to catch herself some fish.
Could travel to faraway lands in a heartbeat. What if you could mystify your senses in ways you never thought possible? What if you witnessed your dreams up close? What if the unimaginable could come true? What if you discovered a whole new way to share stories? and preserve memories. What if a universe of possibilities was suddenly in front of your eyes?
We have already learned that an atom consists of a small heavy nucleus surrounded by electrons spread out in space. Today, we will learn more about the structure of a nucleus. Let's take our pencil and look inside. Ready to dive? We have to zoom in 1 billion times to see the individual carbon atoms. Let's disassemble our carbon atom to see what it is made of. Protons are positively charged particles from the atom's nucleus. Electrons are negatively charged particles over 1,000 times lighter than protons or neutrons. Neutrons have almost the same masses as protons.
We are currently inside an arteriole, a small strand in a network of blood vessels that spread throughout the body. Let's take a look at the blood's most prominent cell, the red blood cell. Red blood cells, or erythrocytes, take up almost half of the blood's total volume, giving a red color to our blood. Their main function is to transfer oxygen from our lungs to vital parts of our body. Next up are white blood cells, or leukocytes, which take up less than 1% of the blood's total volume. Their main function is to protect our body from infection.
Welcome to Frankfurt, in front of the Städel Museum. Take a look around. This is how it looks today. Your journey through time starts when you look at the sign and click on the touchpad of your Gear VR. We are now transporting you around 140 years back in time. In November 1878, the Städel opened its doors on the Sachsenhausen bank of the River Main. Initially, building the museum here was controversial. The area was largely undeveloped and far away from the city centre. From today's perspective, though, there could hardly have been a better location. The museum building was designed by Oskar Sommer, the head of the architecture classes at the Städelschule. Primarily of antique sculptures. The paintings were displayed upstairs. There, you can choose between 2 guided tours and the exploration mode. Simply look at the door of your choice and click the touchpad. The guided tours take you through the rooms automatically and lead you to the paintings on the tour. In the exploration mode, you can move freely around the museum and view all the works on show in detail. From the staircase, the visitor entered the rotunda opposite a bust of Johann Friedrich Städel, set in an arch of honor. The entrance to the painting collection was through 2 side doors. Both wings were structured in the same way: 2 rooms with skylights, a series of smaller galleries on the side facing the river, corner pavilions, and a long gallery facing the garden. The skylight room in the right wing exhibited contemporary 19th century art, while the companion room in the left wing In the hang of 1878, in comparison to an art gallery today, it's immediately striking how close together the paintings were. The cumulative power of the paintings more or less steamrolled the viewer, an effect that was certainly intentional. The works on show were by Baroque, Dutch and Flemish artists. The reason they were displayed in one of the two large galleries was not only due to the collection having many such paintings, but also to the growing importance attributed to them.